Once we have our most of our work done, it's ready. It's time to the model's ready to start having some text added to it. And adding text is pretty simple. Just simply come up to the text button, and then you can set the size of the text, and then simply click where you want and type some text. I've already typed the text here. You don't need to watch me do all that, but it's individual text. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to grab all of the text real quick. I'm holding the control button down so that I can select more than one object. If I select something that I don't want, I would just use the shift button. So let's say I pick that, and I would simply use the shift button, and that'll take it away. Shift. Supposed to take it away. You can see the little minus sign there. Now there's a plus. Now there's a minus. Yeah, it's gone. It's out of the selection criteria. Then I'm going to go over to architecture. Model group and create a group. So that puts it all together. So it gives it a name. So now it's all one object. So I'm going to want to place that here so I don't have to retype it all. So I'll go back to there. And there are different ways to do it, but I like this particular method. I simply copy it to the clipboard. I'm not using the Revit copy. I'm actually copying it to the clipboard. And then I'll go back to section 6, and I'll come over to paste, and I'll say paste align to the same place. So it puts it in exactly the same place. And then because I want the elevation to be correct. And then I'm just using the arrow key on the keyboard to move it over until it gets to be where I want it to be. Now let's see. So now look at that. I've got all of my notes here. I've got this. I'm going to have to change a little bit because the thickness of that stud here, I think, is thicker than 2x6. So what I would simply do is just ungroup it. Now it's back to being individuals. Let me measure. I thickened this wall up here. Let's see what size that is. That's an 8.5 inch. So I'm just going to actually call it 8.5 inch. 8.5 inch wood studs at 16 inches, and I got my gypsum board, and everything else is where I want it to be. So that's a very simple explanation. I'm calling out all of the different materials that go into the wall. So when the contractor or the carpenter looks at it, they'll be able to understand the materials that I would like to see in that wall.